Hi guys, BK's on the phone again. Today I'm gonna be checking some charts that I'm following already for a while, and two of them are gonna be traditionals and two of them are gonna be crypto. So my opinion that this is a C3 AI on New York Stock Exchange. I think that this could be a new Bitcoin, and no matter where you catch it right now, this is a long-term hold because there's millions and millions and millions of dollars going into this industry. But I don't want to blab about that. I'm gonna go into the Elliott wave and technical analysis. So I'm gonna show you something quickly, really quickly. There's an impulse here with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're just gonna show you how typical it is to measure your third wave, and that it actually falls in this area of 1618 and 175. And I'm gonna mention this over and over and over through this video. I'm gonna show you examples how to actually have that in mind as a strong guideline when it comes to third waves. In log scale, this looks a bit different, but still the wave 3 is longer than the wave 1, but net value is more accurate in a linear scale. So after having an obvious impulse to end our wave 1, we had a sideways correction, something that looks like a sideways correction. According to Elliott Wave International, this is not a valid way of counting this this correction. Why? Because if you count it as an A, B, C, and as you can see here, there's a clean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even here you can find 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 to have your zigzag. Then something that looks most like a flat as a wave B, and wave B cannot be a flat if you have a whole corrective move being a flat. So A, B, C needs to be 3, 3, 5, and you can have an impulse here, but B cannot be a flat. However, I have to be subjective, and Elliott wave is not perfect all the time. So also I'm going to consider having a sideways correction. We don't have to visit 0.5 or 0.618 areas to move further towards our expansion of wave 3. So as you can see, in the log scale it tagged 0.38, which is a perfect example for a flat of being wave 2, and in linear scale it just triggered the buy algos. So the bull is really strong in this one. After it, a clean impulse here for a wave 1 and 2, and then off we go toward wave 3. Now this, to check some targets. So we use our price projection tool, anchor it at the origin of wave 1 macro scale, to the top of it and to the bottom of wave 2, which is supposedly this. Alright, so 1618 falls somewhere on 53, 54. We have a strong area of resistance here, so the price action might have some complications when it comes here. But if it comes here, it's clear as the day that this is a third wave. If you measure in log for your third wave, it goes all the way over here. So it's going to be your choice if you're going to be conservative or not when it comes to this asset. So for the moment, we're going to keep it here. And one wave needs to extend when it comes to an asset, and I don't think it's going to be the first one, especially after having a flat. We're going to expect a stronger wave 3. So this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can be only 1 and then 2 and then 3 and 4 and 5 of a 3. So if you're in it, that's good. And if you feel like getting in now, it's a bit dangerous, but if you want to buy it as a long-term hold, I think it's a good idea. All right, so next thing is going to be Zoom. On Zoom, I went over this in the last video. So we had a supposedly 1, 2, and then there's some complications here and 2 waves to look at it. So I put Heikin Ashi as a candle stick pattern because not enough data on normal candles, so the price action is not so visible. So we have 2 possible outcomes here. One being you have your wave 1 and A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flat C for your W, and then X, and then some sort of a zigzag or a double zigzag. So no, actually you can have a double zigzag here. So you have a flat X zigzag, and that being your wave 2. Now that's the red count. So red count 1, 2, and now we're having 1 and 2 and off we go. That's the red thingy. So I'm gonna delete it, not to bother. And the blue thingy is wave 1 and then A, B, C as a flat as your W, and then A and a B. And this one is not for me. This one is not an impulse. So 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave X. As you can see, this thing subdivides as a zigzag for the moment. They all do before they start looking as a wave 3. And if you measure wave A to wave C, it's almost 1 to 1, 1 to 1. In both scales actually. So in case this thing is not done and there's some more stuff to do, we have flat, flat. So sorry, this one is going to be somewhere there then. So if it's a double combo, then flat W, flat X, and the third one is gonna be, it can be a zigzag. It can be another flat, or it can be a triangle. Anyway, the most important is that the wave 2 enters the territory of wave 1. So triangle has to end somewhere there as well, but it's almost never a triangle. So the terminus of wave 2 needs to enter the territory of wave 1, because you cannot count 1 and have 2 somewhere there. And simply, if this is just another wave 1, small wave 2, and off we go. For the moment, this is what we have, and from there we can measure our targets. So wave 1, wave 2, target for 3 is 100. Prior resistance as well here, so shenanigans are to be expected here. So if Zoom gives you an opportunity to buy here, I would take it. And then if we complete something here as a 5-wave move, that's excellent. For the macro perspective, it's going to be just a wave 1 and then a shallow 2, and off we go. All right, so next one, this is actually a pure cancer when it comes to Elliott wave, because there's after having a clean impulse here with a flat being done over here, at 1.618 reaction, there's another impulse. I'm not gonna go into this previous stuff because I went over it in previous videos. There is an impulse here, so the issue is this wave, because this wave overlaps the end of impulse. So you might want to say, okay, that's not an issue because you can have A, B, and then impulsive structure to have a flat as a wave 2. Well, this is not an impulse. If you put your wave 5 here, for example, then it's easy, because I can build a leading diagonal here as a wave A, then A, B, C, D, E as a triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a wave C. So A, B, C. This is the move that I cannot not see. And having said that, I cannot really put my 5 here because I don't want to have a 4 as deep as this. So what I'm afraid of with Near is that we have a 3-wave move and then a flat over there. What do I mean by that? This being a 3 and then this being a 3 and then this being a 5, it can be a running flat, and then we go further down. If not, this can be an impulse and it can still be a flat ABC, and then we have a combo or a flat as a B and then another corrective structure. So this Elliot wave doesn't help here. I would still be a buyer if Near gives the opportunity. Somewhere there, I don't know, somewhere there. But removing the Elliot wave, there's a 5 up, and there's 3 down. Maybe more complex to come. If it goes, we're lucky. I'm in since here. Went in again. Alright, and the last one, it's gonna be Ripple. So for the moment I consider that Ripple might have hit its wave 3, and this is a conservative count, and here's why. Because, sorry, this one here, if you counted this wave, this being macro 1, macro 2, I went over all of this. 1 as a leading diag, then you can have a flat as a wave 2. Wave 3, then we can build a case of this being a triangle. A, B, C, D, E, even though all of them, they look impulsive on a small time frame. But it is what it is. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, look again at the price projection when it comes to wave 3. It falls exactly in this area, and this is why I'm relying on when it comes to projecting a wave 3. And in case I'm wrong and there was a 1, 2 and a 1, 2, then this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 3 is still more to come somewhere there. If this was an inner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since I'm staying conservative, I'm gonna sit here and label it like that. A bit further, we have an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4 and a diag here as a 5, and an A, B, C, D, E as a triangle wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, what it seems like a wave 4 and a 5. And I would say that this is only the first leg of a larger thing to come when it comes to Ripple. This is a demand zone, and most common retracement area when it comes to wave 4 is going to be 0.38, and this falls nicely here. There's some other blocks here. I had this area of interest, so I went in here as well. However, this can be only the wave A of a bigger triangle to come. We can also have expanded B here and having a running triangle. So if we had a wave 2 as long as it was, I'm expecting a wave 4 to take some time as well. So maybe it's not going to be a bad idea that when Ripple does its movements up, you take profit here and then you rebuy down again. It's a risk, but maybe it could be really well rewarded. The last thing that I'm going to tell you about Ripple is why I am projecting a wave 5 to be all the way there. It might sound a bit weird, but here's why. So Ripple likes extended fifth waves, and the best way to measure a fifth wave is to take your price projection tool, go to the origin, so you cover first to the third wave and then you go to your fourth wave. Let's assume that the fourth wave is going to be somewhere here, like here where it landed already. And your targets are going to be 1.618 to 75 or 2.618. And why am I aiming for this one? It's because, go to log quickly, auto adjust, and daily chart. If it goes there into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we can have here a leading diagonal as a wave A and a wave B and a wave C, and that would complete the wave D of a bigger triangle, A, B, C, D, and potentially E to come. Why am I projecting this far again? Here is why. Because Ripple loves wave 5 extended. I know it because I sleep on this coin. I don't know if you're ever gonna hear it somewhere else. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You measure from the bottom to the top of wave 3 to the bottom of wave 4, and you get this 1.618 or 2.618, and you go back. This is a 5-way move from the bottom to the third. Exit the log scale because we need the net worth. All right, and here what do you have? You have 2.618. Another one. This being 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Look at that. Another one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and massive ripper for a fifth wave. And having said that, if we have a gigantic triangle here as a wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you measure from the bottom to the top of the 3, suppose it 4, $6, 9.5, or other multiplications. All right, I think I'll finish with this. I hope it helps you guys, you know, really, honestly, I hope it does. Thank you.